What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, Sanctum are back. Sanctum took a bit of a break during Worlds Collide. They weren't in that set, there weren't no Sanctum. Well, good news if you like Sanctum, and bad news if you don't like Sanctum. Sanctum are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sanctum are back. We've had some new Sanctum cards revealed from Mass Mutation, so let's have a gander, shall we? And we're going to start off with a couple of cards that make it look an awful lot like they've turned into the Grand Star Alliance. Starting off with Exchange Officer. Now, bearing in mind, that sounds like the kind of thing that you would get in the Grand Star Alliance. Now, it's a 3-power, 0-armor creature with an amber bonus, which is pretty impressive. Most creatures don't get an amber bonus. I believe that's a real amber bonus, not an enhancement. It is a real amber bonus, not an enhancement. And what we see here is when you play or fight or reap, you use a friendly Star Alliance card. Now, it is a rare. I don't know if it's a special card. By that, what I mean is I don't know if it's a kind of card which will only turn up when you've got the Grand Star Alliance in your deck. Clearly, if this turns up in any deck without the Grand Star Alliance, it's kinda garbage. 3-power, 0-armor vanilla creature, though the amber bonus does help. Which makes me think it might turn up in decks without the Grand Star Alliance, because it's not a special rare and it gives you an amber bonus. But also, if you've got the Grand Star Alliance, this is a phenomenal card. Okay, 3-power, 0-armor, meh, but it gives you an amber bonus and it lets you use a friendly Star Alliance card. And it's important to note it says card, it does not say creature, which means you will be allowed to use artifacts as well. They're basically your only choices. But you can use a creature or an artifact here. This is really, really good. It's house cheating. It's really specific house cheating, but it's house cheating nonetheless. You get to use one extra card during your turn, and it gives you an amber bonus. Count me in. Also, it's clearly got the logo of the Grand Star Alliance-ish on the front of his uniform there. Cool. I am wondering whether Exchange Officer actually turns up in any house, not just in Sanctum. We'll have to wait and see. But house cheating fits with the Grand Star Alliance. Comm Officer Kirby, you may play a non-Star Alliance artifact, upgrade, or action card on this turn. That's pretty gosh darn good. I mean, it even goes up to Captain Val Jericho here, whereas if she's in the center of your battle line, you may play one card that is not of the active house. It's not new, it is awesome. But we can also look at Matter Maker. Now, Matter Maker again has the Grand Star Alliance logos all over it. It gives you an amber bonus, it is an artifact, and it reads, you may play upgrades as if they were in the active house. Upgrades are very much the Grand Star Alliance's thing. Now, that's not to say other houses don't have upgrades. We know they do. We had 2 sets of upgrades before we ever got the Grand Star Alliance. However, let's be clear, they are better at it than other houses. So now you can essentially play any number of upgrades you like as soon as that artifact is in play. And it's a permanent skill, it's not an action. So you play it, you get an amber bonus, and that turn you can play all of your upgrades. And then every turn from there on in until your opponent gets rid of the artifact, maybe they play a hawk. Then you can just play your upgrades as much as you like. It is lovely and brilliant and wonderful, and it's exactly the kind of card which is going to help you out massively. It's very, very cool. Moving on to some more traditionally Sanctum cards. Sanctum have always been good at capturing, and Font of the Eye is no different. It is an artifact with an Omni ability. If an enemy creature was destroyed this turn, a friendly creature captures 1 amber. Now, it is an Omni ability, which means it needs to be used, which means you cannot use it the turn you put it down. It means it is a once per turn thing. But it's also an Omni ability, so you can use it regardless of which houses you're active at the time. You get to capture an amber. Capturing amber is good. And sure, your opponent can destroy the creature and get the amber back, fine, but until that happens, you've captured amber. You've stopped your opponent forging. It's amber control. And we've seen from cards like Sir Marrows in the past, Sanctum are not particularly shy when it comes to the whole capturing amber thing. This is good. And it's only one amber, right? It's not phenomenal, it's not over the top, it's not gigantic. But it's good enough for now. It's a little bit of extra. It's one fewer amber that your opponent's going to have on their turn. And remember, even if they get the amber right back, they've still lost it for return, and that is enough to potentially stop them forging a key. And stopping them forging a key for one turn could be enough to just win the game. Yeah, I'm all in favour of this one. And hey, while we're talking about capturing, why don't we talk about Squire Alys? Let's go for Alys. 2 power, 2 armor, so not particularly powerful, but you do get the armor, and when you play it, you capture 2 amber. And I've just explained why capturing amber is good. I just explained why capturing 1 amber is good. Capturing 2 is better. Now, there is a damage symbol on there, but remember that is an enhancement. It is put onto your cards by other cards in your deck. It ain't turning up on every Squire Alys. It might turn up on some. It probably will turn up on some. You may get one with this. But there's no guarantee that you will. But let's go back to this whole capturing amber thing. This sounds good. Now, it's actually very reminiscent of a couple of cards. Charette and Old Bruno. Or indeed Obeyed the Grim. That when you play them, you capture free amber. And then Obeyed the Grim, when you reap, you discard an amber from Obeyed the Grim so that you don't end up giving the amber back when your opponent destroys it. And Charette's a 4-power creature, and Obeyed the Grim can shed the amber so your opponent doesn't get it. And Old Bruno's got elusive, so you have to be attacked twice to get rid of it. Can this really stack up against them? I'm honestly saying no. I don't like this as much. Capturing 3 amber is better than capturing 2. And okay, you've got the 2 armor, that's good, but can you really tell me 2 power, 2 armor is better than 3 power elusive? Might be. I don't think it is, personally. Because your opponent's still got to attack you twice. Except if they attack you for 4 damage, you go down when you Squire Alys. So I like capturing amber. Capturing amber is good, but I do think this is just a weaker version of other cards we've already seen, and I would definitely rather have Obeyed the Grim here. 4 power 1 armor over 2 power 2 armor any day, plus you capture an extra one, plus you get to discard one as you go. That's every turn. Yeah, sorry. It's fine for what it does, but it's not as good as the alternatives. And finally, Seeker of Truth. Hey, it's another house cheating card. Now again, we've got an enhancement on there, but there's no guarantee that that's going to stay on there. Might not be when you get the card. Probably won't be, to be fair. 3 power, 1 armor, and when you fight, you may also fight with a friendly non-Sanctum creature. Though remember, fight skills only come in when you survive the fight. If you get destroyed during the fight, you don't then get to fight with somebody else. But it's house cheating. It's not fighting with a Sanctum creature. You can already fight with Sanctum creatures. Meh, nobody cares. But now you get to fight with a non-Sanctum creature. It's extra fighting. And maybe there aren't any other creatures you've got in play you want to fight with. All great news. It is an optional skill. It's an optional ability. You can fight with another if you want. You may, as the wording on the card goes, but there is no direction that you have to. So I like this. Again, I don't see this as a phenomenal card, but I do think it's a very, very cool card. I do really like that they've really made an effort to bring Sanctum in with the Grand Star Alliance. Exchange Officer and Matter Maker there. We've not seen them interact before. This is the first set where they do interact. We were promised that this would happen. It seems like this is very much happening. And there are a lot of very, very cool things going on here. And I'm afraid I owe you a little bit of an apology here, though a note would have gone up on the screen at the time. Both Exchange Officer and Matter Maker are actually Maverick cards. They are Grand Star Alliance cards. That's kind of cool. There's quite good Mavericks. I think something might be going on a little bit here. Either way, they are Maverick cards. They've actually come over from another house, presumably the Grand Star Alliance. So my apologies on that. However, my analysis of the cards totally holds, so I'm cool with that. So there we go. Some very cool new cards, some lovely new stuff to talk about. But now I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to know what you think about these cards. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where you can find out about, well, Keyforge and a whole bunch of other games. And do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.